Yeah, man, nice damage. You can do once I have my items, you know. Then you can all start. Then I'm going to say how insane this build is and how cool and what you can do with it, you know. But before that, like, fucking sucks, man. No survivability, no damage, no clear whatsoever. Yeah, shit build, man. Holy fuck. Dude, the damage, dude, is stupid. What the hell? That's unethical, man. And I'm not even running skitter bots yet. I made a POB, and I'm probably reaching with like really good gear. Like really good gear. We talk about like 10 mirrors or so, or even more. 750 million DPS. Shaper DPS, that is. Around about 140 million DPS per totem. And you can have 6 of them. Do you know that feeling when you love somebody and you're texting with that person, but he or she is not replying? Okay, and sometimes you're like checking your phone even though it didn't ring, but you maybe have missed it, you know? So you check your phone, you see there is nothing, no message, you know, and you feel this is kind of a little bit sad in the inside, right? This is like the same feeling that I get when I watch my coffee cup and it's empty. It's like, you know, makes me sad. That's unethical, man. 6 hours with the mystery boxes and all that stuff. Still hardcore solo self unviable, and then people tell me that accuracy stacking sucks for leveling, man. I think that was one of the the easiest characters that I've ever leveled. It's, I don't know, man. Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. Today, accuracy stacking Ballista Totem or Siege Ballista Totem Juggernaut. This should have been my league starter if there wouldn't have been stuff like Bloody, Exsanguinate, Reap, stuff like that that really caught my attention. But still, I wanted to give this a go since I'm not really having a lot of currency at the moment, so I want to see, can you play accuracy stacking on a league start, yes or no? I've heard a lot of people saying it has been the one of the worst leveling experiences based on like running the acts and stuff. And it's like really not really good, okay? I can 100% not agree with this. I think this has to be the fastest leveling that I've ever done. I think like up to this point, I'm still deathless. We are currently level 73. I have done 2 laps at the moment, which is over here. Obviously undeniable, the first one, the most important one, the reason why we actually go Juggernaut. And second, I choose Unstoppable. The rest of my gear, you know, Oscar gloves currently are 1 chaos. The Hinekora sight, all these items that I mentioned in the start, for budget basically, right? This is like 3 chaos, 4 chaos. The Obscurante with like 1,000 or up to 1,000 accuracy is like 1 chaos. The Darkness Enthroned is currently 2 chaos, maybe 3 chaos. Then the Tempest Bow, which is already the upgrade one, is around about 10 chaos. So I would say I did spend on this build, I think, 150 chaos in total. So 1x, 1.5x. Mostly, the most spent was actually these jewels over here. So this is like 130, 120 chaos alone, right? These are Transcendent Spirit, and they give you accuracy based on unallocated passives in radius, a bit of movement speed, and they go for, I paid this. Wait, this is not true actually. I'm in the wrong league. Let me see. Transcendent Spirit. That's interesting. I swear to God, I bought them on stream like a half an hour ago for 30 chaos. There you go. 35, 38, 40 chaos, 40 chaos, 40 chaos, 40 chaos, 45, 50 chaos. I'm not lying, dude. I paid 40 chaos a piece for these, and now I'm checking them, and they are like literally 1 Exalt a piece. Somebody's actually buying off the market. Why are people doing this all the time? I just hate that. But yeah, as I said, 120 chaos were these 3 jewels. The rest of the gear is roundabout, I would say, 20 chaos. Maybe 25 because of the anointment over here, which is Panopticon. This one over here gives you 1 additional Ballister Totem, and also effect of Ancestor Totem doesn't really matter, but totem damage, but heavily because of the +1 charge. So these jewels basically just give me 800 accuracy. Over here it gives me 800 accuracy, and over here it gives me 700 accuracy. So these are like very good spots to put those jewels in, and the rest of the gear is utterly, you know, like a tabby. These rings I bought for 3-4 chaos before, just like life resistance, accuracy. This one, life resistance. The boots, life resistance, and these are the boots that I used early on. That means I started the character off with like the cheapest and lowest level requirement that I could get, and the Hinekora sight was level 20. Before I used the Stormcloud bow, and since level 32 I'm using the Tempest, and I'm gonna stay with that, right? On level 54, I think, or 52, you can equip the Oscam gloves. The Obscurantis starts on level 70. The Darkness Enthroned, I have no idea. That might be level... doesn't even have a level requirement. Okay, that's good as well. But as I'm saying, like, the starter gear is like a couple chaos, doesn't really matter. And the cool thing about this build is you have some insane power spikes. So basically, at the start, I would say, I'm gonna start with this. I started with Ground Slam until level 12. On level 12, I got my Siege Ballister. It kinda sucks a bit on the start because you don't have the boots, you don't have anything, but it's still a skill gem. It doesn't really do the most damage, okay? But I think, like, in starter builds, or if you don't have anything, like, a Tabby early on doesn't bring you anything because most support gems are only active on, like, level 18, level 31, and so on. So it's kind of hard to get actually a 6-link going, even if you have a Tabby on start, right? But it's Siege Ballister, and I went with the additional accuracy, was level 8, I think. But this only affects once you have the boots, right? Because with accuracy stacking, you don't really have any kind of accuracy problems, obviously. And then from level 20 on, I equipped the Hinekora sight, which is not really strong either, because this is where you get your damage from, right? So you want to have the boots with the earliest level count. I think level 20 is the minimum. Some on level 24, but also don't forget, check out, I think it's the Cloud Whisper boots is the lowest one. Maybe I can get up the wiki here. Cloud Strider boots, let me see. Because in the end, there might be some rare boots on the market, but you can just scour them, you know? I don't only see Fortnite here. Path of Exile. Holy shit. List of unique boots. No, not unique boots. Oh, wait. No. Cloud Whisper boots. Heh. Why can I not find them on the wiki, dude? Cloud Whisper boots. I think I'll search for Cloud Strider. Cloud Whisper boots, there we go. So they are from level 20. So if you see a pair Cloud Strider boots and they are not level 20, then obviously they have stats on it because it's a higher item level, so you cannot use them. Scour them and just like craft like the lowest tier of life or movement speed on it, and you'll be fine. They are from level 20 on, right? But most things that you find on market will be higher item level. And now you have basically the boots that give you then finally the damage. You have the Hinekora sight, and from this point on, it's an absolute breeze. I played with Siege Ballister and Volley in the start, and since level 38, I'm using the Greater Multiple Projectiles, and I also have a Barrage support for single targets somewhere. If I find it. Somewhere. Here it is, Barrage support. So I'm just swapping this one out for like map bosses and stuff, or at least like act bosses, and then you're basically level 24, you have your boots, and then on level 31 you get your next support gems. Then on level 33, 34, whatever, you do your first lap, and then you get your massive amounts of accuracy with also attack speed, and the gain accuracy equal to your strength. Then on level 52, you get the Oscar gloves, and you're set. You know, on level 32, you have the Tempest as well. So the gearing curve is actually ridiculous. As I said, I think that has to be one of the fastest leveling characters that I played. You saw in the clips as well. You literally like kill boss in like 2 seconds. And now we are here on this how to start this character. As I said, I started out with buying those jewels because there are a lot of accuracy. And now I just like from my dump temps, I use like any like life, poison, attack speed with maces. Like I would just say it's better to use trash jewels, even if it just gives you life, or here some global accuracy rating. I don't benefit from the melee crit strike chance, neither from the mana or attack speed while holding a shield. What is this one here? Totem life, projectile speed, global fizz damage, and strength. Like, you know, better use a complete trash jewel than no jewel, like empty jewel slots, right? That's why I have those in. But at the moment, it's the most important thing to get those increased accuracy rating if you haven't killed recently. This is a stat that I have not used on my tornado shot because I am killing all the time. So the perfect jewel would be life, lightning damage to bow attacks, accuracy, if you haven't killed recently. That's perfect. And with those things, with like perfect gear, you can get up to like 130,000 accuracy. At the moment, I have, with my auras on, I'm running, I think, like 31,000 accuracy at the moment, which is quite good, I would say, especially now for mapping. I mean, I can just run a Blood Aqueduct, so you see how is it currently looking like. This is like with GMP level 73, so we are basically just starting to map, or actually we can just run a map. That might be a little bit better for the showcase. And now I'm basically just searching for these kind of jewels. I'm not sure I have, I think, an auto search like here. I'm currently searching for life and increased accuracy rating if I've killed recently, like 28, maybe like 27 or something. I keep them on auto search, and here you have like this one. I would like to buy that one, but this guy is just AFK since forever. I'm just keeping them on auto search because playing an accuracy stacker is a time investment. And if you remember, last league I played my accuracy stacker for like a month, and I was still upgrading it permanently just because the gear is quite easy when you look at it like that. You have always the preset, like the belt, the boots, the gloves, you know, like later on maybe with the replica shroud of the lightless, the obscurantis, the Hinekoras. These are all pre-made items, right? But it's all about these abyss jewels. The more you get, the more powerful your character is, and it's about collecting those for a good price, as well as like being cost efficient. So these are the first two that I have in my belt because they're 75% increase. And if you're wondering how strong are these, I put one away. I'm on like 35k damage. Siege Ballister, I put one in, 35 to 42. Like 7,000 DPS per totem basically increase from one single jewel in the belt, right? Now I would still keep on looking for those, replacing all these jewels, those three over here. Then I could take one over here, one jewel slot over here. You know, it's just like permanently upgrading and adding more and more jewels to your gear. And if you think like, yo, without Replica Shroud of the Lightless, that's like trash. Yes, Replica Shroud of the Lightless is currently 20 exalts, I think. But the thing is, as long as you don't have Abyss jewels, your Replica Shroud is a complete trash item because it doesn't have links, it doesn't have stats besides like 25 mana implicit. So the core of this build is only those jewels, and they will decide if your build is like top notch or if it's like trash, right? And that's the current state. As I said, level 73. Let's run a map here. I think it's like T3, T4 on Awakener 4, I think. Awakener 4 at the moment, yeah. And basically, I just summon my golem. I have here Precision, War Banner, and some Skitter bots for shocking. And now I basically just run around and pop my totems. And they will basically just take care of everything. The clear is absolutely ridiculous. It's I don't even need to like aim at something, you know. All I do is just running around, pop my totem, pop my totem, pop my totem. And the clear is so insane with GMP that I don't have to do anything else but just walking around, setting totems and loot in the end, right? And this is like with a very like super budget, I would say. I mean, besides the jewels, like if they're gonna ramp up in price now just because I bought them today on stream, that would actually suck because like at the moment, like one is as expensive as I paid for my 3, right? But this is like, let's say 1 or 2 Exalt investment, and this is like, yeah, absolutely ridiculous how strong it actually already is. Now is obviously the question, how strong will it get once you, like, boss is down, and this was like with GMP without barrage, so that barrage is a single target. Actually, I missed the ultimatum, right? And yeah, for the further progress of this character, I think the weapon is something I would not really care about too much. Neither do I care about my tabula at the moment, because, you know, I would like to use a replica Shrouded Lightless if, if I have the Abyss Jewels, but as long as I don't have them, I get free jewel slots out of my bow. That's why I'm missing some of the jewel slots over here, because they're in my bow just because of the coloring, and I didn't want to invest if it's not really necessary. But there is other parts where I would like try to get better, like on the quiver, on the rings and stuff like that. Or main priority is going to be the Abyss Jewels. The better your Abyss Jewels, the better your build. So let's see how these rituals look like. I personally, it's like the first or second ritual that I'm playing, just because I always skip them while leveling. But in the end, all you need to do is just run around and place your totems like clockwise or counterclockwise, just that they are at the side. Because the projectiles pierce 9 targets at the moment. This is like with a level, what is it? Level 17 gem right now. No awakened gems, no alternate quality, nothing like that. Just quality on the gems. That's pretty much it, what I have. So you want to like set them on the side, so they are basically shooting inside and covering the entire screen. If I would put all of them in the middle, they would like have a harder time because they all shoot at the same enemy. But if I place them like clockwise or counterclockwise in a circle, then it's like pretty easy to like demolish the entire thing. I don't have to worry about anything. I'm just running circles. Like these totems or ruin shouldn't be a big deal because I'm permanently moving. And I'm just placing my totems every now and then, and stuff will just die, right? So I gotta say, I'm like kind of impressed a little bit on how smooth and easy the leveling was, and also how the first mapping was like. And now I need to do like more levels, like obviously level 73. I do need a lot more levels and skill gems. I also need to do my labyrinth to get that going. The next points would be just endurance charges. And yeah, gem levels, all the typical stuff, and then just try to get the best Abyss Jewels as possible. Maybe even a large cluster jewel just to get 2 extra jewel slots for 2 more Abyss Jewels. Because as I say again, this build lives from accuracy, this build lives from the Abyss Jewels. And then it's just about grinding, get more currency, get even better jewels, you know, upgrade Labyrinth and Chance like accuracy if you haven't killed recently on the belt. And there's like a lot of opportunities where you can like get more and more damage out of it. So good. As you see, 4 KOs over here, reduced life mana shouldn't be too much. There's like a little bit of an issue early on when you use like skitter bots. You don't have mana to cast your totems. That's actually trash, I gotta say. So what I did is I was just, since I had so much damage while leveling, I was just replacing my... I didn't activate my skitter bots. I used them just because I wanted to level them. But other than that, you know, just deactivate your skitter bots. War Banner and Precision is the ones that you need. And then you have a lot more room to place your totems, because they are very, very mana hefty when it comes to that. Good. That's like the very, very, very super budget version of an accuracy stack without a Watcher's Eye, without anything fancy, with like a bunch of leveling gear. As I said, stuff is not really worth a lot, and I say if you get the boots early on, like if I would play this as a league starter, right, I would just play a Juggernaut. I would probably go with like maybe Ground Slam or something like that, any like melee type of character, and as soon as somebody else that is like speed racing or whatnot pops up the first Cloud Whisper boots from any like ritual, I would try to buy them and then just go into the accuracy stacking, and then having like the Hinocorus on auto search, the Oscar gloves on auto search, and that's pretty much it. Then you would go with the Stormcloud bow, which is like this is, as I said already, the faded version. It's like 10 KOs at the moment, but the first version is a little bit worse, and it will definitely get you going on that part. Good. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching. Path of Will link is in the description below, and yeah, see you in the next video.